Ellen LaFleche is also one of my editors. She's also one of our, I think, most extraordinary poets in the journal. When I think of narrative poetry, I think of Ellen's work. And this is true, and you will hopefully agree with me. Please welcome Ellen LaFleche.
Thank you. This summer, I took my mom to see the Pawtucket Red Sox, which is the minor league team for the Boston Red Sox, and she wanted to see the upcoming stars that were coming up, and it was wonderful. And they played the Star-Spangled Banner, and then hundreds of nuns came out of the dugout, like clowns coming out of a car. And they're not baseball players. And the Mother Superior proceeded to go to the mound and throw out the first pitch. And that's a true story. And I'm sitting there going, there's a poem, there's a poem. Amazing. This is called Opening Day. Sister Beatrice throws out the first pitch. Sister ascends the mound, quiets the organist with her palm. The catcher kneels. He needs a goddamn miracle to rise from this minor league hell. The stadium lights flicker on, glowing in tiered rows like votive candles. Sister is a Beatrice of mercy, but her wind-up looks brutal, her leg kick wicked. The faithful fans murmur to see the cool white whisper of holy underclothes. Sister's hooded head spits forward. The catcher's glove opens like a heart, contracts against the fastball's whomp and slam. His head has stopped hoping for salvation, but his heart holds on. Organ music booms against the dome. The leadoff hitter waits. 20 years since his last confession, but he crosses himself, steps hopefully to the plate. So Lori said this is a problem. Lori said she didn't want too many cat poems. Cat poem. Okay. Many of you, how many of you have heard of the hospice cat? He lives in a hospital with hospice patients, and this hospice cat is better than doctors and nurses at predicting who's going to die. And he snuggles up to whoever the dying person is. The hospice cat walks into room 16B. My thin spine trembles like a suspension bridge. I slink around the IV stand, chin rubbing the pole to mark my territory. Those fool humans think I can smell the sour ketones of dying cells. What I smell is memory. Plum pits softening on the compost heap like hearts in love. Coffee weeping bitter drops into a Pyrex pot. A maple-carved flute releasing its syrup on an old woman's lips. My green eyes absorb the green numbers on the bleeping monitor, and for a moment the screen goes blank. No heartbeat, blood pressure, breath. I smell coyote, a pack of them, fanging the Navajo moon, lamenting. I squeeze through the bed rails, nestle against Julia's exhausted rib cage. My heart beats steady as Zen. I comfort Julia with my silk, cool fur, my purring. Her lover slaps me off the bed. She doesn't open her eyes, but Julia pats the mattress, inviting me back. And this is another poem in a series about this woman, Julia. It's called Midwife Man. Julia wants to die in the hot tub, but the fool doctor says no, too dangerous. It's her time. Blood bag sky, full moon bulging like a cervix. I boil the water, turn on the pulsating jets, light a patchouli circle of candles. I dress Julia in her black, silk pajamas detach the morphine pump from her stuttering pulse. She's all skin and eaten out bone, weightless in my arms as a sack of flutes. I sit on the edge of the tub, bearded legs opening like a woman's, and ease my Julia into water. Her black pajamas blacken. Julia cannot swallow, but she holds a wine glass, the cold stem a remembered pleasure in her hand. Her skull hairs wisp like cilia towards the jets. I hold Julia long after the last pulse comes. Wine spills, a red cord trailing from her goblet. I turn off the jets. The water spikes and ripples, spikes and ripples, spikes and flatline. Thank you.